Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, ImperialDane, featuring today a 2 vs 2. It is the Eastern Front mod fight, and it is a 2 vs 2 on Lehmberg, and we shall be seeing FatherGlimz fighting apparently Glimmerman, having now atoning for his sins through religion, then rather realizing in the Soviet Union there is no religions. Now he's back on the front lines. And they, of course, both thanks Soviets. Alongside him is EFDevRizz, which is one of the devs behind the Eastern Front mod. I'm actually friends with him. And yes, you already seen the Dark Secret. On the other side shall be MaximumNine fighting for the Wehrmacht, and that cheeky devil, ImperialDane. And yeah, there's a bit of disagreement right there on how to do things. I do things my way because, you know, I played a lot of 2 vs 2s, and again, both sides need infantry, in particular when it's actually this quite big of a map with that much travelling time to, say, front line support units. If they quickly get knocked, are not going to be useful for a very long time. But there we go, Soviets fighting for the 312th Rifle Corps, opposing the troops of the 25th Panzergrenadier Division. So I mean, right there, I'm also going to warn you, it's going to be a bit of a short game. My apologies, you know, really haven't time again. It's just been so bloody hot, so ultimately I just went for this because, again, I don't want to be spending too much time in this heat. So again, my sincerest apologies. Hopefully next week it will be a bit cool, and again, I'll be hopefully having some more great replays for you to show for the Eastern Front mod. Of course, we have shown more details, more units have been revealed, so of course that's going to be great fun. Also, for those, you know, having asked questions in that thread I linked to, that will happen on Monday. But we are seeing conscripts out here for FatherGlimz, glimpsing ahead, spiritually realizing he's a bit buggered. There you go. Conscripts marching ahead. I'm taking a much more casual approach with my pioneers. FatherGlimz leading the way. MaximumNine, FatherGlimz leading the way, and I believe both of them are balanced chaps, or at least one of them is. Glimpse apparently is. Not sure about MaximumNine, or he's just, you know, one guy tagging along for the raid. Conscripts moving up here, and I actually order my troops in here, and let's just pause because I can do that, because then I can sort of explain my decisions, because people love that. Well, so I'm doing, and again, it's not to brag about how great I am, it's, you know, to explain them, perhaps, you know, also thus people giving them ideas. And I'm doing this because, again, I don't really know the map, sort of. I've seen some replays of it, of course, so but still, I don't know it intimately, and I feel in this case I'm going to be sending my troops into a slightly exposed position. Popping into a building can give me increased line of sight and protection. Thus, in this case, of course, spot whatever movement my opponent might be up to. In this case, I'm going up against Riz, who's a bit rusty, he will admit. But taking up position there, and there we go, catching a bit there. Of course, with this side, not necessarily too great, but still, we have, I suppose, it's the squad leader who's alright, and then another chap. And already, I mean, one engineering just pops down. I mean, really, you could, you know, blow at them and they'll just go, "Oh, you broke my arm, you fascist!" Before, of course, and there we go, another one down. They barely take any fire and they're just dying. I mean, you'd think these were, you know, SS stormtroopers of the first, and, you know, they're just FatherGrenadiers. Well, we are seeing more troops moving up. Command squad, more conscripts on the bridge by the sandbags, moving in the Schwimmwagen. I like the Schwimmwagen, gives reconnaissance, gives light machine gun fire, opening up, and the conscripts out in the middle of the road, and one bit of fire there from the FatherGlimz to drop them down. And of course now, again, the building also serves another position. It's now currently a blocking position. Risk really has to stick to the cover or risk, you know, getting shot. Plus, of course, the conscripts with a rather low amount of rifles is not going to do much either. It's rather the main point to force right here is the command squad with its, you know, more handsomely equipped troops. I mean, the conscripts are rather going to be like, well, I don't know how to say shit in Russian, but there you go. FatherGlimz breaking through here. Larger engagements with MaximumNine. Not an awful lot of infantry for him, in fact. And again, he hasn't really, not a lot of structures either to really, you know, establish a blocking position in. So, I mean, rather severely, FatherGlimz breaks through here. Although he has managed to secure the fuel warehouse. I have not quite succeeded in that, but I am holding up a superior Soviet force, numerically at least superior, not qualitatively. With the Schwimmwagen, some FatherGlimz and pioneers laying down sandbags there, getting perhaps also some flamethrowers, the Flammenwerfer. FatherGlimz moving up, preparing for a nice counter-assault in the name of the Third Reich against the filthy Bolsheviks. Well, of course, Riz is getting ready to stomp the Hitlerites out. Advancing up here. Also, mind you, my micro might seem a bit off, but the computer was acting a bit sluggishly. I'm not entirely 100% sure as to why. So yes, if my orders are seeming a bit odd, again, I'm not fully responsible. though still somewhat. And there we go. Rizz is pushing up right here, and there we go. Molotov. Bit of accidental right there. Schwimmwagen doing what it can, already 1 kill, but still doing damage. There we go. Conscript squad pulling away. Troops pulling up here on the flank. Flanking the conscripts. Lots of Volkskriegs pioneers. He's of course trying to get off another, and in this case, oh, he cancels, otherwise I would have charged ahead. In the meanwhile, FatherGlimz pushing up, and I, of course, not to focus too much on myself. Sniper out, MG42 up. I mean, we're seeing a lot of harassment going on here, a lot more fluid fighting, whereas here, I mean, it's a lot more clustered up. I'm rather containing Rizz, whereas over here it's, again, more fluid. We're already seeing both, in fact, going for the Soviet support base, because, again, I mean, they're playing the Soviets. I mean, who would have thought it might be in the English? But medium range support, he might be going for snipers. And meanwhile here, more incendiary stuff, you know, more petrol bombs. And I believe the conscripts, perhaps in an homage, will be getting Molotov grenades. At least I has heard from that, I think, in a preview. I might have been wrong. And I've also seen some troops who can be equipped with submachine guns, but again, the Soviets equipped a lot of the troops with the machine guns, so that's less, you know, surprising. Pioneers, they're moving up, trying to burn out that command squad already there, doing a lot of damage. Down to 2 men. Counterattack has succeeded in the name of the glorious fatherland, although Schwimmwagen Volkskriegs have taken a flashing. MG moving up. And over here, I mean, MaximumNine is pushing up again. He doesn't have a lot of infantry. He's got 1 Volkskriegs squad, and then otherwise basically 2 MGs. I mean, it's not really a strong assault force. It's not really a very fluid force. It's a much more static force, one which can get much more easily outmaneuvered. Volkskriegs have been equipped with MP40s. Troops over here getting suppressed. And again, the engineers are dying like flies. Except I think flies are more durable than those chaps. Conscripts all getting run off. Sniper misses. But again, now there's not quite as many targets, so it's a bit more excusable. MG here, there's a bit much redundancy, I think, in coverage. Might have been a good idea to set up there. Already FatherGlimz, though, is on it, and he's also got some Strelki moving up onto the flank. Good, well, of course, I'm pushing up here. Getting a bunker, getting a medic bunker. I'm, of course, prepared for some serious attacks right here. We are seeing a sniper up for EFDevRizz. We're also seeing one up soon for Glimz. FatherGlimz, singing the praises of the motherland. Schwimmwagen moving in here to harass a bit. But of course, I'm not hugely expecting anything. Troops moving about. It's a bit, you know, curious. Because again, I also have to constantly, you know, keep an eye on my teammate, just in case he needs help. In this case, of course, moving in the Schwimmwagen to stop some filthy conscripts. Volkskriegs still coming under fire. Sniper fire. Bit more force there. Another conscript wave, in fact, and the snipers support it all. MG up here, but of course, I'm also being cautious. At the same time, you know, I'm a bit threatened, you know. So I'm going to be pulling out my MG behind this, you know, thus providing cover in terms of the house. And we are seeing MaximumNine here getting outflanked. MG, in fact, has been secured by the communists. Bit tragic right there. And he could be losing another MG. Oh, MaximumNine again. That's why you get infantry to protect the flanks, so MGs don't get flanked. Not sure why the first Volkskriegs ran out a bit too far. Not good. Nicht gut, man here. We are seeing a half-track because, again, with a map this big, I really need something to reinforce them, and also something to quickly ferry troops back and forth. Also, in case I need to actually provide support on the west flank. So again, I mean, in that sense, it is rather vital. We are seeing a medic truck up there. Lots of troops. Strelki, non-Strelki, engineer, more conscripts, command squad, sniper. Volkskriegs trying to mow them down, but the conscripts are right next to them. Volkskriegs might need to get away, you know, consider moving away. No Kriegbergs up for him. Whereas, of course, I have one getting a pack next, because, again, always be prepared for armor, and then, of course, I can get grenadiers. And there we go, running into the MG. EFDevRizz is having a problem. He's also setting up for flank, but, of course, in this case, I am aware, due to the Schwimmwagen and its wonders of increased reconnaissance. And he sets off a mine, and he doesn't get killed. I was a bit surprised by that. I would have thought stepping on a mine tends to be fatal for a sniper. But apparently not Soviet snipers. They're apparently, you know, bred on the harder stuff. Sets off the Schwimmwagen, having a problem with the crater. Craters actually slow down the movement of vehicles. I'd forgotten about that. Half-track moving up here. Trying to, of course, root out those communist. Schwimmwagen trying to hunt down there. And incendiary grenades actually do a bit of damage, which, of course, is obvious since fire is bad for a half-track. But still, both gunners die. Forget about that. Volkskriegs moving up. Other Volkskriegs and pioneers ready up there. Schwimmwagen trying and gets knocked out. That was just beaming a bit, but you know, I was really keen on getting that sniper now, and if I could have, that would have been brilliant. No such luck though. Well, no doctrinal choice from him. Conscripts here losing a bit. Pop the pioneers in and out again, so the guns will quickly manned. Volksgunners there, and there we go, moving in for an assault. Again, I had laid down mines, again, you know, preparing for the assault. Pioneers moving up here, burning out those filthy command squad troops. Pioneers need to get out of there, again. Conscripts force off, another defensive line erected here, but the command squad needs to perhaps consider evacuating the premises. But so do the Volksgrenadiers. Medics moving out into the middle of the streets, or the road. Another Volksgrenadier moving out, although that was a misclick. Further fighting in the west. MaximumNine now pushing out with 2 snipers again. He's lacking infantry, although he's now getting more Volksgrenadiers, interestingly enough. Getting a Sturmarmory up. Ignoring a Kriegbags, and there we go. Another conscript assault, really trying to get that MG. Catches my packs, of course, now RizZ is aware of it. Let's go have a look at the next chap. MaximumNine, half-track moves in. Trying to shelter it, MG pulling away, of course, trying to reinforce. At the same time, Grenadiers, or Panzergrenadiers, whatever you consider, of the 25th Panzergrenadier Division arrives, forcing these chaps away. And MaximumNine pushes up here with a bit more of a solid force. He's already lost 1 sniper, though. Again, he's really taking a flashing. Mine goes off, and a Volksgrenadier squad is down. He's not doing none too well. FatherGlimz is really taking out Holy Soviet Wrath on his ass. Mine's going down, although why not in the middle of the road, you know? Casual suggestion, also actually mine this just in case the line here broke. Though so far I've been able to rather, you know, keep it together, mining a bit here, in fact, to protect the victory point. Again, I've been a bit too occupied here, and of course there, although I do try to, you know, keep an eye on what's going on with MaximumNine, who's again having a bit of trouble, you know, establishing lines, because again, lack of infantry means lots of infantry will likely outmaneuver you, in particular, I mean, considering, let's just briefly pause, this is pretty open territory. MGs are going to really need some more proper defenses, you know, either here, but again, also infantry. Infantry is how you handle mobility. MGs, of course, can stop it to a certain extent, but again, I mean, with this much, he's going to get outmaneuvered no matter what. So again, more infantry early on would have helped, but FatherGlimz is now punishing him Soviet style. Lots of troops. As of course I'm having some success, but of course I am going to be forced to, you know, quickly counter and, you know, strip forces from my front to sort of try and save MaximumNine. Let's return to the fight. Mine goes off, though, stops a few conscripts from attaining Soviet glory. Volksgrenadier squad again being forced off. We are seeing lots of armored cars on the way, though, trying to counter through that. Half-track moves in to try and provide assistance. Grenadiers laying down barbed wire. Volksgrenadiers moving up. Getting a Sturmarmory of my own. Thinking this is enough of the initial tier. And again, I'm a bit worried, you know, about Soviet armor. So I want to get a Sturmarmory and get some assault guns on the field. We are seeing the T-90, which we don't think will be in the next game. There will be the T-70. Looks pretty snazzy too. MaximumNine goes Blitzkrieg. He doesn't inform me, but I do perceive, have the ability of perception of, you know, then following up. So in this case, I see stormtroopers and figure, alright, he's gone Blitzkrieg. Good job, Dane. Armored car arrives from in and begins hammering away at the Strelkys in there. FatherGlimz is a bit unprepared. He has not, you know, been fully reading up on the proper scriptures, and is not ready for armor, or even something slightly armored. So in this case, he's getting up, but RizZ is lining up for another huge Soviet-style assault for the motherland. Strelky moving in, catching some MGs, but also getting caught up by stormtroopers. Of course, stormtroopers being pretty tough infantry, but still losing to the veterans who want Strelky a bit there. Pulling up behind cover. Pioneers not moving in. Half-track Grenadiers trying to contain things here. Troops being sent away, but of course now again forced to pull away from there, because now RizZ is launching another assault. And he's lining up with a bit of light armor as well. The T-90, I believe that was actually an anti-aircraft tank. Conscripts taking up the position there, blocking the house, of course also getting a valuable intelligence. Line of sight again, line of sight matters. Armor cars moving up there. We are seeing an anti-tank gun, the ZIS support gun. Anti-tank gun, please, again, I mean, let's just briefly pause. Not a good idea. I mean, anti-tank guns are pretty slow. You always need them, and again, as a rule of thumb, always get your own anti-tank assets. I mean, really, there's a reason. Always get it. Because, again, you might not be able to count on your opponent or your teammate being able to sort of free up his time if he's also under pressure. Again, there's all these sort of little things. And I'm not going to give an anti-tank gun. I do have a Sturmgeschütz on the way. I will be sending that up to the system. So in that sense, that will help. But I mean, I'm not going to be sending anti-tank gun because, again, that's simply going to take way too long. Artillery getting called in on the MG42. I'm calling in Firestorm because I've gone Terror instead. You know, no point in both going Blitzkrieg. Stormtroopers fighting up here. At least some tougher infantry. Bunker going up. Grenadiers might soon be ready. Moving in against the troops right there. I was trying to actually catch a sniper, but he's not even run away. And there we go. We might be seeing a full Grenadier squad soon. Half-track rushes in. Trying to catch some sniper bastards. Grenades against the conscripts, killing 3 outright. But there we go. We are seeing the T-90 moving in. Panzerfaust, Panzerschreck, rear armor hit. Grenadiers taking heavy losses. So the Volksgrenadiers. And in fact, I lose the entire Volksgrenadier squad. But at the same time, I receive a Grenadier squad in return. The wounded have been put together. MaximumNine fighting, but he's slightly losing a bit more. Anti-tank guns doing nasty things. And there goes Sturmgeschütz moving up with Pioneer support. From the more armoured bits of the 25th Panzergrenadier Division. Again, Panzergrenadier Division, as a rule of thumb, would have what was designated a Panther Battalion, but they would usually only get assault guns. There was very few Panzergrenadier Divisions that actually got tanks, but there we go, moving it in. Nice hit. Clearing out those communists one high explosive shell at a time. Grenadiers moving up, getting sniped. A bit unfortunate. Grenadiers moving up there, trying to, of course, catch him. Perhaps also the half-track, which is a bit damaged. He repairs. Getting veterancy to help, you know, with damage reduction is actually quite important, you know. Stu continues firing away now. These conscripts hold up in this little round building. Anti-tank guns, more anti-tank guns from the good FatherGlimz. From the book of Glimz. Chapter 3, verse 9. Oh, to smite the fascist bastard. Anyways, let's go in fact have a look at me. Yes, me. Oh, the vanity. Well, we are seeing Pioneers here, of course, joining in, burning out the conscripts from their little hidey hole. Repairing here what I can repair. A bit of barbed wire in their fact, so I can't, you know, flank in here because, you know, casually noticed we're doing that. And the Pioneers trying to burn up, but at the same time they are rather low health, so, you know, I don't want to be risking it too much. One down still. Might be getting this anti-tank gun. Sniper continues that way at these MGs. No real help to stop them. Stu 42 arriving with the Sturmhaubitze. Anti-tank gun does go down. The SIS-3. SIS basically meaning, you know, in the name of Stalin, something like that. Basically, you know, what factories were called, you know, to kiss up to Stalin, the boss. Riz lining up for another assault. This time with shock guards ready to give me a shock. In this case, though, I have moved a bit my MG. Half-track Grenadiers. So I'm less likely to get shocked. He is, of course, trying to catch, but there we go. Already getting suppressed in the middle of the road. Grenadiers joining in. Half-track. Shock guard taking up position in the building, thus getting the protection, of course. This is the broadside, and there we go. Submachine guns have been equipped to these fellows, I believe. No, that's actually a light machine gun. So a nice fire base right there. Pioneers moving up. And there we go. T-90 moving in, causing a mess, trying to flank out my position there. Very cheeky that. Mine goes off, killing numerous conscripts. Chaos. Fighting another push up here. Strelki and FatherGlimz command squad leading up the way. Guard squad keeps firing away. T-90 makes another run for it. Half-track damage. Pioneers hiding in it. More artillery against the anti-tank gun. Kills one fellow. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers hiding. Oh dear, the carnage. 2 Grenadiers down. Sniper keeps killing veterans. You won. Not looking too good for MaximumNine on the Stu 42 serving a bit. We are seeing a tank haul up. And they're actually seeing a bit of usage. And also not actually went for the Firestorm first. Sometimes, you know, you might want that instead of just rushing away right for the King Tiger. And there goes Stu, having been detached from the west, is now moving towards the east. Nebelwerf also moving up for a bit of artillery support. Always good. And the Stu moves in, perhaps hoping to catch that T-90, but it misses. Oh, Stu, you disappoint me. And we are seeing the Su-85, which I believe means he's gone for the breakthrough doctrine. I'm pretty sure of it. Of course, I might be wrong, so of course, feel free to laugh at me. And that we've actually had that confirmed. That will be in Communist 2, although that will apparently be a buildable unit. They could also be calling, I'm not sure. The Katyusha was also, and I mean, they might have, you know, made a few shortcuts to make it playable for people. Since they haven't quite got doctrines in. Anti-tank gun quickly gets recruited by the engineering, although perhaps not the best idea, since of course they are pretty damn fragile. Would be an idea for perhaps, you know, for Mr. MaximumNine to consider recruiting them in case of armor, because again, he's going to be again pretty exposed to it. So again, recruiting them would give him the anti-tank gun he so desperately wishes for. And FatherGlimz is ready to provide the solution, the remedy, to his disbelief with his apostasy towards the anti-tank gun with the T-34-76. Grenadiers hiding about here, taking up position here with the Panzergrenadier in case he decides to rush in. But of course now with the Su-85, it was a bit of an assault gun, considered by some bad tank destroyer, but again the Soviets also had something like that, and again the gun was basically the same as the T-34-85, and again that was also, you know, towards high explosive delivery. Lots of talking, sorry. Another Stug on the way. Veterancy up for that, that's good. More Stasstruppen for MaximumNine. T-34, he might be getting another one to sort of really provide the armored push. T-90 repaired, and what is Rizz up to here? Lining up here for the minor assault. And there we go, the Su-85 scores one nice kill. Volkswagen's advancing. I'm a bit too late to realizing what's going on, because again I'm also keeping an eye on MaximumNine. And again, that's where I think breakthrough doctrine. Again, I'm worrying about II's as well, in case he's gone for that cheeky bastard. Enable overfire, providing covering fire, spare fire if you will. Separating perhaps the infantry from the armor, and there we've got armor pulling back. Conscripts taking huge losses as the barn breaks into fire. T-34-76 doing a bit of nasty damage, and again, no recruit anti-tank guns. I'm pretty sure he's a bit regretting that, but of course, the gentle fellow I am, providing Stugs. Command squad with the PPS-43 moving in. Su-85 also moving in. Stug taking a bit of damage. Firestorm to again spread out the infantry and leave the Su-85 a bit more exposed. There we go, full retreat. Might even get, yes, I get actually someone on the retreat with the Firestorm, but otherwise not much. Still did a bit. And Stu-42 killed some engineering. T-34 moves up. Stug gets off some good shots. Panzergrenadier also a bit. And actually end up losing a unit. I think that was some pioneers actually trying to do something. No? Can't remember what I lost then. Oh well. Never mind. And of course going for the battle phase, since then of course I want some Panthers to be going to go for the even heavier armor. Stug taking a bit of a hit there. Shock guards moving in from Glimz as well. Sniper sneaking up. T-90 trying to do a bit of harassment. LMG being equipped for the grenades to try and stop Rizz's assaults. And of course I'm constantly trying to push a bit further. Trying to push a bit around, you know, do a bit of harassment, do a bit of funny stuff. There's a return to FatherGlimz, who has not chosen a doctrine. He's also got quite a bit of munitions, so he could, you know, work something out. Perhaps the one with lots of artillery. Call-ins, I'm not sure, I mean, just a possibility. Definitely be something, an idea to use it. T-34-76 getting repaired. More Nebelwerfer. We are seeing a mortar going up there, a medium mortar, not the heavy one. Sniper team right there, and of course my Sturmgeschütz. Sniper a bit hidey over there. Rizz moving in, and I'm actually pointing out right there, of course, that I'm building an observation post, just so he's aware of it, in case, of course, you know, there might be a reason to hold. And of course, he also knows he's going to get more fuel, because again, I want some bloody heavy armor. So again, I'm going to need a fuel observation point. But again, you know, bits of communication can help a bit. Lining up here, though. Few Strelki, few guards, few command squad fellows. Stu-42. Armor, of course, my Stug rather providing the main armored asset in the west. In fact, my Stugs are pretty much the real armor on the field to really stop the Soviet tires. But again, neither of them have really pushed hard. We are seeing Rizz preparing actually for a counter-attack, but again, you know, I'm a bit more worried about MaximumNine having to support him. We are seeing another T-34 on the way. That's good. That's when they do up for the Stug. So again, provide a bit of health. And also the MG, so again I don't have to worry so much about, you know, in case of this one getting a bit cut off and separated from MaximumNine's infantry. Going up with some sandbags there, Nebelwerfer fine, because again, you know, want to make things a bit of a mess for Rizz. And he actually decides to push with 3 guards units. Some get stopped, and we are seeing the command squad moving up there. Volkswagen's quickly take up position behind the sandbags they've been laying down. Grenadiers hiding here. Pack crew actually exposed. Silly that. Now I'm basically getting ready for anything. Nebelwerfer hiding here. Medic bank, of course, ready to help. And now seeing a push up here by... No, not quite there. T-34's moving up on the flank where there's nothing to really stop them. Panzergrenadier not hidden. A bit silly there by MaximumNine, but the assault is continuing up here on the eastern part of the map. T-90, and we are seeing a firestorm being called in again, trying to break up the infantry part of the assault. Machine guns, Panzergrenadiers, LMGs, half-tracks, packs. Su-85 actually had thin armor, by the way, on the slope, and there we go. Bit sorry about the graphical mistake. I'm actually going for inspired assault. I'm trying to increase. I'm not sure why it does that even. Anyways, but still going for the damage increase it gives to actually buff my Panzergrenadier, because it does 20% more damage, plus it's fire faster. Plus, of course, it also buffs the infantry, and of course, the LMG-42 also fires much faster and also does a damage bonus. The Volksgrenadier is advancing that, but again, note, he's actually focusing on my Grenadiers. One heavy cover, he's ignoring the Volksgrenadiers. Half-tech also in there. DPS 80-28, light machine gun, stop there. Artillery getting calling, but it's too late. Stug and Su-85 fighting off, and there we go. Panzergrenadier knocks it out. I mean, bit of a bloody fight, but ultimately I won it against this. Partly due to, you know, use of inspired assault. In fact, he's just lost one guard unit. I think it was the assault one, in fact. Plus the T-90, plus the Su-85. But, I mean, FatherGlimz is making better progress. Again, some early armor might have helped. Armor kind of a bit of trouble. And there we go, Rizz has to go. So again, my apologies, although the Soviet haven't really been doing well. They'll still be doing this, of course. And in return, we just see an IS-2 arriving. Perhaps it might have been an idea for Rizz to actually have to wait for that before, you know, going in. All heavy, guns blazing. And then I'm not entirely sure, are they part of it? Again, I'm a bit confused. Though, of course, I might be mistaken. Although, again, it rather looks like a mistake. I'm not sure, honestly. Pretty sure that they're not part of the same doctrine, at least unless something has been changed rather swiftly. So I'm rather, you know, a bit ignorant there. IS-2 gets stopped up, though. Pack firing away. T-34s. Oh, grenade on the Stormtroop. Nothing too much happening there. Stug moving in, gets off a nice rear hit. Pan's command is up, by the way. More Nebelwerfer fire. And we are seeing anti-tank rifles for the naval infantry. Stug holding off the Soviet horde so far, alright, although might soon be running into problems. And there we go, anti-tank grenade from the shot guard, finish the job. Poor Heinz, Helmut, Karl and Lipovic. Gunner killed by a mortar round. Bit tragic that. More firestorms, again trying to catch that bastard sniper. And again the AI is not really doing well. FatherGlimz though is pressing the attack. In fact, now the AI is actually doing something tricky, which probably what Rizz was doing on it earlier on. Shift the attack perhaps also closer to his opponent, track to support. And that's rather been one of the major problems. Partly for the Soviets, also a bit for us, you know. We've been fighting largely separate. There's not been really a great deal of, you know, coordination, but in particular between the Soviets there was very little coordination. I, on the other hand, will, you know, try and, you know, support my team and at least, you know, mess up things with FatherGlimz a bit. But yeah, something to remember. Grenade. Oh, mine goes off. Forcing Grenadiers away. Might even kill them, in fact. Shot guards with all nasty stuff. Grenadiers could be in fact going down, as again he's actually making a nice break. The computer's actually attacking quite nicely, dividing our forces. And again, had Rizz done that earlier, perhaps, you know, with some tanks or anti-tank rifles again, he might actually have succeeded a bit better. We are seeing a Tiger up for MaximumNine though. Guards being pushed back. Naval infantry now getting outmaneuvered by Grenadiers. Mine goes off for the shot guards. And of course, Grenadiers with light machine guns galore. Opening up the shot guards, killing a bit with the machine guns, and there we go, pulled back. Another Grenadier squad ready for the medic bunker, from the medic bunker. And the sniper cleared out, so there we go. I mean, quick low, but again, Not an awfully long game, but still thought it might be interesting. Thought it might be sure. Oh, hey, he's actually trying it out. You know, so not just seem like a complete grump who refuses to play it, just comment on it. Then we also saw again, you know, a bit of the 2 versus 2 dynamics. You know, again, communication would be nice. I tried to. But also, again, sometimes you actually have to work together. And again, I think that was rather the main problem. Again, also risk, you know, rather fell into that good old, you know, just hammer your head into a wall approach. Again, had you know, again, it might actually have been smart, you know, had he kept, oh, right, I have to repair that, and then charge in through here, perhaps with support from FatherGlimz, you know, they could either eradicate here, because, again, had they gotten MaximumNine, who was definitely the weaker link, I think, yes, sorry, MaximumNine, but still, they could perhaps have pulled it off, again, just separated us, so it would be much difficult for me to actually support. I mean, I think that would have been worked better, rather than instead they sort of kept their rather 2 separate fronts there, and that didn't quite work out for them. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. Do hope you learned a few things. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is ImperialDane saying cheers.